Hey guys, so today I have the ugly polishes that I love. I saw Kelly Marissa do this a very long time ago. I'll link her channel down below. I don't really think I have to link her channel down below, but I will. I saw her do this a long time ago, like probably a year ago at least. I set all the polishes aside for this video and they've been sitting on my desk for a year. And I've kind of been on a roll lately. I'm catching up, I'm keeping caught up fairly well. I'm not good at this. So now I'm ready to film this video. I just have to try to remember to keep things separated by what I have swatched and what I have yet to swatch. I have this big scrap wood box of polish in my lap. These are not all for this. This is some other intros that I filmed at the same time. I think you've probably seen all of them already. So I have a lot of polishes here to talk about, so I will just jump right into it. I'll go mainstream first. I have a couple of full collections. There was a period of time right around the time that OPI did the Mariah Carey texture polishes where I feel like brands were just trying to do like the most unique thing that they could possibly do, and they were not all winners, but it was a good time in nail polish. So I have the almost lost all of them. I have this collection from China Glaze. This is the feathers. Oh, damn it. This was called the On the Horizon collection, and there were 6. I'm gonna keep them separated because this one hasn't been swatched yet. There were 6 clear-based bar glitter toppers, and they are so ugly and so weird, and I love them so much. Some of them have a mix of matte and metallic bar glitter. Actually, that might only be one of them, but the rest of them are just different shades of matte bar glitter. The Sally Hansen did their fuzzy coat polishes around the same time, which were very similar. And they were ugly and they took a risk and I liked it. So those are in here. The other full collection, and these actually haven't been swatched yet, so they haven't been shaken either, is the Crinkled Chrome collection from China Glaze. I feel like this was also around the Mariah Carey texture polish time. This was like their attempt at texture polishes, or one of their first attempts at texture polishes. And these are so hilariously ugly and I love them so much. I didn't when they first came out, but looking back now that we just get like I have the OPI Mexico collection in this box because I filmed that intro as well, and this is the same colors that I've seen over and over and over and over and over again from OPI for the same season every single year. So I hated these China Glaze when they came out, but then looking back on them, like it was nice to have something so unique, even if it was really ugly. So these were a bunch of metallic polishes that had bar glitter and like really fine glitter mixed into them. So I guess kind of like those really ugly OPIs that are in the frosty base with the glitter, except these were meant to look like lumps under an opaque base, where I don't think the OPIs were meant to do that. And again, there were 6 metallic shades and they were just so gloriously ugly. So those get mentioned in here quickly just because it's the entire collection. Since we did China Glaze, I'll stick with China Glaze. So I have some individuals. A lot of these are going to be fall shades, Halloween shades, because I feel like that's when the good ugly comes out for the most part. So I have China Glaze Zombie Zest, which is just an ugly, murky, kind of rotted green base, but it has a brighter green shimmer to it, so it kind of offsets that ugly base a little bit. And then that shimmer also has a blue shift. This is a cult favorite. My bottle's like half gone. I've actually never been able to find a backup for this, so I just stopped wearing it several years ago. Yeah, but it is like a really nice, ugly, pretty green color. And my swatch for that might actually be super, super old because I don't want to redo it because that would be wasteful. So the next polish is also a China Glaze Halloween polish. This is Don't Let the Dead Bite. This has I feel like this was a nuder, like the base in this was more nude when I first got it than it is now. I'll have to look at my swatch photo and see, but this is like the base is very pink now, and I feel like it was more nude before. And then it has a metallic glitter mix inside, metallic red glitter mix inside of it. It was supposed to look like a zombie bite on flesh. So again, just ugly. It's a little bit lumpy looking, but I don't mind it because of the intention. Maybe I'm cutting them a break, but I really like this one as well. The next one that I have is also a China Glaze polish, and this is Butt of Corpse, which is also a Halloween polish. And it's, again, it's not as ugly of a green as the base color in Zombie Zest, but it's an ugly green, and it has these little tiny black micro glitters in it. There was a red counterpart to this as well, but when I think ugly pretty or ugly that I like, I just automatically go to this kind of green shade. So I thought this deserved to be in there as well. I'm getting my separation of swatched and unswatched totally mixed up. Moving on, let's do OPI. They did 2 Alice in Wonderland collections. I don't remember if the first one was for a movie, but I'm almost positive the second one was for a movie. This was from that collection, but it was like an individual polish. It came boxed. It wasn't like technically part of the normal collection that would be on the display. And there's definitely a theme here because this has bar glitter in it as well. It's just a medium to dark gray with silver bar glitter in it. It's just a weird look. I think in my mind, bar glitter is always ugly pretty, especially these really, really fine ones. So there's a bit of a theme with bar glitter here, but I like this. This, I forgot to mention, this is called What Time Isn't It? And it's just like a goofy looking polish, but I liked it. And I can appreciate those really fine bar glitters mixed into a base because they're so small that they don't add a ton of texture. Where like the bar glitters that were in these Chine Glaze Crinkled Chrome polishes were a little bit bigger and they stuck out more, which was the intention, but they weren't quite the same kind of bar glitter, but close. Okay, so I have Zoya's Cheetah on here, and I had actually never considered Zoya's Cheetah to be an ugly polish. It totally fits into that ugly pretty green category, but I never thought about it until I wore it to work at my old job and was told that I looked like my fingers were moldy. So, and now I think about that. It was one comment of like several wears of this polish, and now I think about that every single time I see this polish or go to wear this polish. I included this as well because it does fit into that ugly pretty green, and my view of this was kind of like warped by that one incident. The next one's a little different. This is Essie's Bluegaria. This is a texture polish that Essie did with their Encrusted Treasures collection, which I have said time and time again, I loved that collection, not necessarily for the individual polishes, but just for them trying to do something different. This was like an extreme texture polish. The texture particles are really big. It's almost like it got little beads in it, and then it has these big giant holographic silver glitters. It's really, really, really ugly. I would not wear this, but I appreciate it for what it is. I love that it was something different, even if it is absolutely hideous. So I included this in here because this gets so much, this polish gets a lot of hate. And like I said, I would never actually wear it, but I appreciate it. Okay, the last polish before I move on to the indies is from Dance Legend. This is just $4.09. Dance Legend is a Russian brand, I believe. And most of their polishes are, I just go by the numbers. They might have names, but I don't read Russian, so I don't know. This is just a really nice baby poop leaning yellow mustard polish. Not a color that everyone's gonna like. My mom is absolutely horrified that this color even exists. I really like it. I got these, I made a big order from the Dance Legend website a while back, and I don't remember how I navigated. I don't remember if it was translated or I used Google Translate. I think it was like roughly translated. The website was on its own. I had like an English website. It took a little while. Checkout was a little sketchy. It took a little while to get here, but everything did show up. So I'll link the website for Dance Legend down below if you're interested in checking them out. They have a lot of really interesting textures and finishes and collections. I actually really like the brand. So another one that I have here is from Color Club. Color Club released these like big, giant, chunky emoji themed glitter collections. I think they've done a couple of them. They did like a matte one, and then, which is the one that I have, and then I think they did like emoji glitters mixed in with holographic glitters later on as a collection. This one is SMH, and I picked it because it has poop emoji. It has poop emoji shaped glitters in it, which is hilarious to me, but also like really ugly and kind of gross. And it's even weirder than just poop emojis because it's like a mix of smiley faces, ghosts, lips, and poop. And so I don't really understand like what lips and ghosts and turds all have to do with each other. I don't know. They just wanted to include a bunch of emojis, but for me, I'm trying to connect them all, and it doesn't go anywhere good. So I wanted to include this one as well, just for the sake of the poop emoji. Moving on to my indies. So I have from Lack Attack, and I'm gonna check with all these indie brands. Actually, it's just Lack Attack that I'm unsure of, but I'm not sure if this is even gonna be available or if the brand is still in business. Yeah, I don't think they're still in business anymore, but this is Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. This is obviously from my Harry Potter collection. This has been out for a very long time, or this came out a really long time ago, I should say, because I don't think you're gonna be able to find it super easy. The polish itself, when you look at it, it's just orange and yellow. That's not particularly ugly to me, but I really like layering this, and I think I saw the Polishaholic, which I don't think she blogs anymore. I think she was the one that I saw layer this over Sally Hansen's Pacific Blue, and it was such a weird contrast of colors that I never would have thought of myself, but they looked so good together. So it was like kind of ugly, but also looked really cool. I think this on its own is not necessarily an ugly polish, but I think that combination would be considered ugly, but I love it. So that's in here. So the next polish that I have is kind of suffering from ugly bottle syndrome a little bit, which is just where the colors separate in the bottle and no amount of shaking can get the bottle to look brand new again, even though the polish inside has shaken up fine. So this is the Marauders Map from Spellbound Nails. I did look it up. Spellbound Nails, they're still making polishes. It looks like they're selling through Etsy. That's what their Instagram page linked to. I don't see this polish individually on their Etsy website, but it does look like it's available in a set. I don't know, maybe you could contact the seller or the maker and see if she's willing to sell it individually. But there are actually a lot of other really cool Harry Potter polishes on here. But this one, the Crowley base is this like weird kind of orangey yellow, that old weathered paper color to it, and then also has the black glitter mixed in. I really, really like this. This, when you look at it, it is the Marauders Map. Like, it looks just like you could see it. It's definitely a unique polish, a little bit on the ugly side because of that like weird colored base, but it works. It fits the inspiration perfectly, so really like that one. I have two polishes from KBShimmer, and I have to admit I do kind of miss KBShimmer putting a lot of Crellies into their collections because I always really looked forward to their Crellies, and I haven't seen any in like this style for a while. Maybe nobody wants to buy them. I don't know. But I have two here, and I feel like these came out at the same time in the same collection, but I'm unsure if it was the same year or year after. I have How Corny, which is very similar in base color actually to the Marauders Map, just a little bit less yellow, and then has, oh my gosh, gold, green, orange, purple, red, and then burgundy glitters mixed into it. It's a very nice fall-ish mix of colors, and I think the ugly factor, for me anyway, comes from that base color, but I love it. And then I also have Open-Toed Shoes, which is that darker olive green color that I feel like always qualifies as ugly, depending on who you're talking to. And this has yellow, blue, and purple glitters mixed into it. I have two more. So from Dollish Polish, it's right in front of me and I couldn't think of it. So from Dollish Polish, I have Look at the Flowers Lizzie, which was their Walking Dead polish several years ago. This also has that darker, uglier, kind of olivey base, although I have seen versions of this where the base color is not the darker olivey green, but mine is. And this has coral, light pink, yellow, green, black, and white glitters mixed into it. Don't think this is available anymore, but Dollish Polish is always coming out with new colors. So I will link Dollish Polish down below as well. The last polish is from Starrily, and this is a thermal polish, and I actually bought this, which kind of goes against everything I say because I generally really don't like thermal polishes. They have a short shelf life and they just don't perform super well on me. So this is called Zombie Blood. This is listed on their website, but it does say that it's sold out now. This is this really dark brick red, and it shifts to like a bright slime green. It's one of the most dramatic transitions that I think I've seen in thermal polishes, just like such contrasting colors. And it's really, really cool. If you can find this somewhere, blog sale, you know, bribe someone for it. It's really, really cool polish. And I don't generally advocate for thermal polishes. I have also had this for like a year and a half, and it's still looking pretty good. You know, a thermal polish has gone off when it is no longer the cold color in the bottle. When it's gone bad and it's not going to shift anymore, it will transition to the warm color in the bottle. Then you know you have a problem. But this is still looking really good. So I will link the Starrily website down below, although that one is not available anymore. And those are the ugly polishes that I love. I'll link all of the relevant websites down below. As far as these like old China Glaze colors, places like 88beauty and headtotoebeauty.com generally keep a decent stock of like old China Glaze colors if you're willing to scroll all the way through their website, and you can find some gems in there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will talk to you later. Bye.